All right. And we are live. What's going on, everybody? It's Rob Garcia, the Warrior Strategist. And we made it through Tuesday. What a day. Actually got to drive around San Diego, went down to the bay, met up with a buddy of mine who's in town. We talked about yachts. We talked about sailing. Got coffee, hung out. He's a cool guy that I haven't seen in like 30 years. So that was pretty fun. And then did some client work and overall just had a good day. Just easing back into being Rob the Warrior Strategist and business stuff, talking to people and just randos calling me in the middle of the day. Sometimes good stuff, sometimes arbitrary, but it is never boring. Anyway, back at the home studio here in San Diego, you can see I got the rolling scroll, got my Ironmans, and feels good to be home. Feels awesome. So tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about PR campaigns and how to start them, some options available for you business owners, entrepreneurs, coaches, authors, whoever you are. You need PR. We all do. And for some people, you need PR for your business. For other people, you need PR for yourselves. You know, it really depends on your business model. That's the first place I'll start off at is, what is the business model? Is it a personal brand? Is it a business brand? Is it a hybrid? Some people are the brand. I am the brand. There is no Rob the Warrior Strategist, Inc. Rob Garcia Media Solutions, any stuff like that. It's just me. This is the brand. This handsome devil right here. Sell it. Once you figure out the business model and you figure out whether you're going personal or business, that's when it's time to start looking at your options. And as I was putting together PR assets for a new client, I was thinking this would make a really good training for people. Because I have to do a multitude of stuff for the client. So I have to start creating press releases. I have to start writing basic articles. I have to create their standalone media pitch. I have to get my team working on a media database that's going to include industry level magazines. And tonight we're going to implement mainstream media sources. So like all the big news agencies. I've never really done an aggressive pitch for mainstream media. I just haven't. It's not part of my resume. It doesn't mean I can't do it. It just means I've never tried. And then I'm excited because I'm actually going to do a new type of push for morning talk shows. And that's one of the hardest ones to break into, but that is very, very high reward if you can pull it off. So we're going to make a list. We're going to make a database of the top TV talk shows and find a producer for each one and then pitch the client. So when you're creating your PR campaign, you need to figure out what the angle is. In Doug Barry's case, it is Air Force veteran creates a line of children's books centered around Jasper the Rabbit. Doug and I have worked together, and Doug has been on TV several times. He's gotten a couple of interviews, and his Jasper the Rabbit series is awesome. I have the entire set. Doug's working on a new one. Can't wait for the third one. And so we'll use Doug as an example tonight. So for Doug's PR campaign, he would have, let's say, he's already got a pitch written. And Doug, if you ever need this stuff sent to you to use on your own, just ask. So you already have a professional pitch written for journalists. And the first thing you do is you reverse engineer what industry and niche you're in. And for everybody watching this, this is important. You reverse engineer the background. So in Doug's case, he's a children's book author. So guess what? But he's also military. So he can find mainstream military PR sources like Task and Purpose, military.com, Air Force Times, Airman Magazine, Citizen Airman. There's probably one or two other specific Air Force ones. There's Military Times, but you get the drift. Stripes. Those are the main military media outlets, right? So that would be tapping into the military market. Now, if you get into the kids book market, the first place I would go if I wrote a series of educational kids books, edutopia.org, the George Lucas Foundation. It is a place where you can blog. And I wouldn't go on there to pitch the books. I would go on there to either talk about how to write kids books or how I created a successful series of kids books, you know, the inspiration for Jasper, or, you know, how do I decide what the story's about, what's meaningful to kids, what's, you know, do I focus on values? Do I focus on education? Do I focus on social skills? You know, just the nuances of writing a kid's book. Edutopia is full of teachers and kids and parents. So it's got like over 1 million participating members. So that's where I would go. And then you look for like children's book podcasts, children's book magazines, and you just start, like I said, reverse engineering and thinking about like who would find real value in this, who would run with this. Are there, you know, outlets or individual influencers or podcasters or whatever that focus on kids' books? And so once you reverse engineer it, you got your pitch, you start reaching out, you start getting this coverage. I've done all this stuff for the client, and I've already got my battle plan, my campaign, next steps, what I'm going to do each day. I prioritized. For me personally, I've got to get them on TV first. So I have to start with TV pitches, and then we have to start building a database for them. The angle is an event in Wyoming. So I have to start locating Wyoming media. I have to start looking at niche. I have to start creating graphics, custom graphics, maybe some AI. And then I'm actually going to look to Wyoming Reddit and some Pinterest. All this stuff. So the client is going to be sent out in about 10 to 15 different directions. Good chance something will go viral. I have a strong feeling about this. It's a cool event. People are going to get behind it. But we're also going to make a mainstream media database of People Magazine and USA Today and any type of family or maybe even female-based literature or media. I think there's a Women's World that's in grocery stores, the check stands. That's a good one. So we'll make a list of those as well, and we will submit the client for a feature. So when you're creating your PR campaign, figure out what your angle is. Figure out the ideal feature that matches the niche. Write a good pitch, 6 to 8 sentences, photo, website link, and then just send it out. Rinse, repeat. And you're going to have to send out a lot of them, but then you co-join it with a press release. You co-join it with some articles. You start building a buzz around it. You pick your 5 hashtags, and now you got something that's got potential to be passed around, shared, enjoyed. And then obviously once all this stuff's done, you start thinking about your social media campaign. So if it's visual based, you'll want TikTok and Pinterest and Instagram. And then you want Twitter as the amplifier with the hashtags, the megaphone, if you will. But then I'm also going to add LinkedIn and Facebook just for shits and giggles to get people to know about this and to drive traffic to the website. So all this stuff over time is going to build up. It's going to build up to more traffic. It's going to build up to more people going to the website, checking out the client, checking out the event. So this is how we make a basic PR campaign. It is a lot of work. It takes time. It's got to be sequenced out. Certain actions have to be done each day. And certain stuff has got to be done before other stuff. So you got to prioritize like your actions. What's, what'll be first, what'll be last, all that stuff. All right. That's pretty much all I got for tonight. If you got any questions, feel free to reach out or leave a comment. This is brought to you by the Tactical CEQ Business Visibility Guide. If you guys need help creating strong social media and you need fillable worksheets and media pitches and understanding like how to craft social media that works for you, how to get more interviews, types of interviews you can apply for. And then I even gave you guys the types of pitches to do when you're reaching out to journalists, all this stuff. If you want to get your hands on this guide, this printed guide, just message me. It's $97. This is worth every penny. This is like 52 pages, fillable worksheets, scannable QR codes. This has a ton of features to help you to get more sales for your business, get more media interviews, and a kick-ass social media so you don't have to pay somebody if you don't want to. Message me if interested, and I will get you the link to pick it up. It is a great guide. It's my newest product, and I'm very, very happy with it. It's very effective. All right, that's all I got for tonight, guys. Hopefully this will answer some of your questions about PR campaigns. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I am Rob Garcia, the Warrior Strategist, back in San Diego. It's great to see you guys. And as always, stay famous. See you next time.